Hey, what's up, everybody? So, of course, this week we hit banger after banger after banger, right? With the options plays, we crushed it. So we hit on Disney, we hit on SoFi, we hit on TSM, we hit on Beam X, we hit on Chewy was a big one, and everything that we called out ran up exactly as it should have. Okay. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today was Disney, okay? So I've been in Disney calls, riding the wave up and down, as many of you know, but also I had indicated that we were in a descending wedge, which is actually a bullish pattern traditionally. Now, I think we're 2 for 3 3 for 4 with the bullish pattern so far. With Disney being one of the 3 because we just had a breakout, right? However, I just want everybody to know that, yeah, we closed pretty strong with Disney, okay? Let's see here. They did a pullback that I expected. Let's do a reset here. Sorry for how messy my chart may look, but I've been following Disney for a little bit, and I know what it all means. So, anyway, I'll kind of guide you through, and it won't be crazy or long or anything like that. So, anyway, we broke above the point of control for Disney, and most importantly, we broke out and above the descending wedge that we were in. So, once we did that, and we found support above this low volume node, which is highlighted in this green rectangle. Then we also found strength above the point of control, and then yet another low volume node. So those are all great signs for Disney so far. Now our major barrier is going to be this line right here, 102.52. Going into that, we need to be able to find strength above 102.70. Now, of course, even if we do that, we're not out of the woods. I know there's some people that got into Disney calls back when it was $106 when we were on our way down. But anyway, cross my fingers that everything works out for you guys. One guy in particular that I've been talking to. Okay, but nonetheless, anybody that was in Disney, I called out the levels as far as your take profit levels. And then one was actually this 102.53, and of course I did call the one before that. But anyway, so we're here. But my worry is, even though we look pretty bullish, we're still not out of the woods. So when I was looking at this pattern, we're pretty much declining in at about a 70 to 75 degree in angle, right? And if you see these tops, we got a lot of false breakouts. Okay, so I was like, okay, well, let me reassess this real quick, and let's see if there's a potential for a different structure, right? So, and of course, I did find one. So, starting from where we did our first retest, going into the patterns that we have right here, right? The tips. Right? It's actually very much so in line. So if I'm hoping that this doesn't play out, but notice that we did have the rejection here at this low volume node, which I haven't read because it's a solid resistance level at 102.50. Okay, so it looks early on that this is going to be respected, this channel, and I'm hoping that it's not, but the long wick at the top, and then falling back into this descending channel, going up to retest, but being rejected at the descending line of resistance of this channel, is a cause for pause when it comes to calls, right? So we essentially need to break through this and find the support above 102.70. If we don't do that, then Disney is very well likely to retrace back down to about $99.50. Now, if that happens, it's not the end of the world. Okay, because historically, if you look at Disney operates off of double bottoms, like consistently. If you see a double bottom forming on Disney, it's going to be on an absolute rocket, and we have not really seen one of those forms yet. So let's check out this trend line. So nope, let's go here. As of right now, if this pattern is respected, then we're probably going to see something like this. And then there's this degree right here is about 75 degree. Okay. So either that or we hit here and then we rock it up off the double. Okay. Now, let's go here. Trend lines. Let's do this. Okay, and so the route up is about 67 degrees, typically on an angle, and then the pathway down is about 70 to 75 degrees. So I think I'm good with that right there. So, which puts us closer to the earnings level. So let's just take a look at these degrees to make sure I'm correct here. Trend angle up. Where am I? 69 degrees on the trend angled up. Okay. Trend angle down. 78 degrees. Okay. Now I'm just not pulling these numbers out of nowhere. So trend angle down. I might be a little off, but 75 degrees, as you can see. Okay. And then trend angle up. What's it? Well, didn't I just do this? 70 degrees, 69 degrees. Okay. Yeah. So that's where I was getting those numbers from. Anyway. So here's the thing though. If we pull back to this $99 range, guess what I'm doing? I'm hopping in to calls very aggressively. Personally, I might throw anywhere between $1,000 to $5,000 at a long-term call for Disney, because again, just based off of historical data and based off what I know about the company, I don't foresee it falling and staying below $100. But again, I can be wrong. Take everything with a grain of salt. This is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. I'm just speaking from my knowledge and my research. Now, of course, we want to not pull back and then just continue, but we have to play it both ways, okay? So if I start to see weakness underneath that POC of 101.80, going into this low volume node, which is this green rectangle, then I'm more likely to hop into some puts with tight stop losses, you know. So, but again, time will tell. All right, so that being said, you can see the double bottom that would form, that would validate a rocket up for Disney. Okay, and we got a long way to go. Now, because of the streaming services and that issue with them saying quantity or quality over quantity, even though they're kind of hypocritical with that terminology, because they're putting a lot of additional content on there that is not traditional of Disney. So who knows what they're doing? All we know is that they're investing in their cash cow, which is their theme parks, and they have deals with ESPN or the NBA. They have a deal going on right now with the sports network for streaming. When that goes through, I don't know. I did know, but it's in the past. You can do your own research and figure that out. But anyway, that's my take on Disney. If we break above the 102.70 and show strength, then likely I'm going to get into some longs there. If we show weakness at current levels and start to pull back and below the POC, then likely I will hop into some short-term puts with the intentions of hopping into long-term calls, starting at $100 DCA, or in $100 range, DCAing down into about 99. Okay, that's all I got for you. You guys take care. We got another strong week ahead of us. I will put out another video as far as how things went with me on the future side, because that didn't go so well. But you know, those are my own problems. Okay, but anyway, any questions, leave in the comments. Let's talk about it. If you have any insight on Disney, any thoughts as far as the direction it's going, any whether or not you've been invested. If you're invested, what's your average on Disney? I know mine is around $85. So which I started at 70, 78, and then I DCA'd up into the position, wishing that I did more, to be honest. But let's talk about it. It's Stocks for Real.